All right, this is the COA Board of Directors meeting. Today's October 23rd, sorry. 6 p.m. We're meeting in the Carver Town Hall Meeting Room 1, and we're being filmed by cable TV. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Are there any public comments? I don't see any public, so I guess there aren't. Okay, main order of business is reorganization of the board, and Connie Kelly is going to come up and do that for us, or at least get us going. Thank you. Oops, sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Are there any nominations for the position of chair for the board of directors?
I nominate.
Go ahead.
I nominate Helen Marone.
I second.
Oh, okay. Are there any other nominations? Okay. No? Okay. So there's been a motion and a second for Helen Maroney. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. We have, congratulations, the chair is Helen Maroney.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I shall turn the meeting over to Helen.
I'm happy to volunteer for now.
And we're happy to have you do that.
Thanks, Connie. Teamwork.
Yes. It makes the dream work.
Yeah, exactly. Evening, everybody.
Good evening.
So as we continue the meeting, now that we have to do a continuation of the reorganization, because obviously positions are changing. So I'd like to know if there is a nomination for vice chair.
I
this
nominate Elaine Raymond.
Do I hear a second for that?
second.
Okay, is there any discussion about Elaine being vice chair? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Perfect.
right.
Congratulations, Elaine.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Elaine.
Appreciate it. And then, are there any, is there a nomination to be put on the floor for secretary?
I nominate Mary DeRoss.
I think that's a great idea. Not that you weren't, but I can't wait to give it up. Do I hear any other nominations for secretary? I should have said that for the vice chair.
I second
No?
that
Okay.
nomination.
All right, you second the nomination. All those in favor of having Mary DeRoss serve as secretary?
Aye.
Great. Congratulations, Mary.
Okay, thank you.
Put this away. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. No, thank you, everybody, for,
Thank you.
we work hard together as a team, and so we're just kind of shifting around a little bit to make it work. So next up on the agenda is the director's report, which is always very fulfilling. Connie Kelly.
All right, thank you. The director's report that I provided has statistics that refer to up to the date of this past Tuesday, so there's still a week and a half worth of information and stats, just so there's some estimated figures on it as well. Our GATRA trips to date as of Tuesday were 516, but estimated by the end of the month, basically the end of next week, will be closer to 816, which is more a reference to what most months have been. They've been up around and over 800. Our nutrition stats, the congregate meals to date was 138, with Meals on the Move up to, for the month, estimated to be 900, which has been growing pretty much every month, particularly with the home-delivered meals. Our newsletters are mailed out to 744 people and emailed to 752, and we distribute 450 out into the community. Registrations to date is 677. Active registered seniors, that is reflected in the unduplicated numbers for the month up through Tuesday of 108 unique individual seniors that participated in activities during this month. And the average daily attendance up until that point was averaging 51.5. A recap of October's activities, we had our Late Bloomers Garden Club meet for the first time to work on the deck planters for fall decorating. We had a very generous donation from Crystal Lake Garden Shop of mums and some other plants that we could use. Lisa Caserta and Donna Kaleckia, as part of the garden club, came to help plant and put it together. So there's a nice fall look to the planting and hopefully we're looking at developing this into a spring project that we can carry through every year, that have updates in planting and even have some growing at home. Maybe that was the other thing, through the winter, to have some preparation for planting in the spring. We have some updated activities we've had Lee Lawson has been providing an occasional card workshop, and she's just now added to our schedule that she can do it on a monthly basis. So now that will be on every first Monday at 10 a.m. And there's a $10 cost, but everyone that participates makes 6 different layered and embossed cards, and they're quite beautiful. They're actually pieces of art. We had the Spooky Massachusetts stories with Nancy Franks. Her lectures are a lot of very interesting research facts, a lot of things that you can't really just find online, that she goes in depth with her research. And it was all local stories of hauntings and different types of scary locations in Massachusetts, and that was a lot of fun. She always has a raffle at the end, which makes it, everyone gets a little something. We had our Sandy Childs, our financial advisor that offers consultations every month. She did a special program on Social Security, which was unlocking its potential, and had some really insights for anyone that's looking at retiring, or if you already are, ways to look at your Social Security and ways to invest or make sure that you're having that last throughout the period of time of your retirement. The CVS vaccine clinic ended up being canceled. We're working directly with CVS to have it on site. It would have been this past Monday, just to hopefully make it more convenient for seniors to get their vaccines. I believe that was going on in some of the senior parks as well. So CVS is really trying to get a coordination of maybe trying to reach out in an outreach type of way. We only had a few people register, so as a result, they didn't end up having it, but they also wanted to make it clear that the North Carver location, you could even do a walk-in. I mean, you can easily make an appointment, but they also will take walk-ins as well. So that's still a site that they can go to for vaccines. We did have our visiting dental hygiene as the last hygiene service scheduled for 2025. We don't know the status for 2026, but hopefully this will be an ongoing service we can offer. It was provided through the funds from a grant that BID Plymouth had shared with us. So we had, for every time we offered it, we had full bookings, and it's clearly a service that the seniors took advantage of. So I hope that we can offer that in the future. Just yesterday, in fact, we had a great presentation on the life and times of Harry Houdini with magician Jack Ryan. I believe he's from Situate, so he's local, and we've actually had him at the COA in the past with his magic show. But this was a particular lecture on the most famous magician, I guess you would say, is Harry Houdini. I unfortunately missed it myself because I was not at the COA, but I heard it was very interesting. And still to come next week is our Halloween LCR game, which we always play with Halloween candy. And that is Wednesday, October 29th at 12:30. And the November preview, I've attached the latest newsletter. You've got it hot off the press. It's currently in the mailing service to be distributed probably by tomorrow, be mailed, and I'll have it in-house next week about the extra physical copies that we'll distribute throughout the town. The events preview, the details are in the newsletter, but the holiday hard making is on the Monday, the first Monday, which is November 3rd, and the theme will be the holiday theme for this month as well as December. We're having a representative of doTERRA Essential Oils who's offering a make and take project, which is a holiday room spray, and that is at a cost of $10, and that will be Tuesday, November 4th at 12:30. Ventriloquist Kevin Driscoll has a program in honor of the anniversary of Paul Revere's ride and the historic, anniversary. But he's also very funny, and he has some friends that may or may not be historically accurate to the story that he will be using in his program. And this particular presentation is going to be sponsored by the Carver Lions Club, so they came forward and wanted to sponsor a program, so we're very grateful for their generosity to sponsor that, and that is Wednesday, November 5th at 12:30. The Friends of Carver COA Holiday Craft Fair is scheduled for Saturday, November 8th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Bake sale donations are still being requested. They can be dropped off on the Friday before, Friday, November 7th, preferably before noon, because we'll be setting up for the event. On November 10th, we'll be offering veterans free lunch. Veterans and a guest can come and have free lunch that day, and we do ask that you can register so we'll have an idea of a head count. On Wednesday, November 12th, we have the Pop-Up Art School. We'll be making a felted pumpkin craft, and that is sponsored by the Carver Cultural Council. The annual turkey luncheon will this year be on Monday, November 17th at 11:30. The tickets for that go on sale. They're $5 each, and they go on sale Monday, November 3rd with June and the Nutrition Center, because that's they sell very quickly, and so they will, as they do every year, sell out. So the suggestion is try to get there as soon as possible. You have to do it in person. No reservations are made by phone, so you do want to come in, and there's a limit of 4 tickets per person on that. There is a new program, a medication safety with pharmacist Lisa Lavalette. She is a pharmacist, and this program will introduce what her goal is for basically educating individuals on their medications and providing some tips and strategies to make sure that you're handling your medication safely. In fact, this is an introduction to her overall program, which we will be offering on a monthly basis. I'll just skip down to it. It's called Brown Bag Medication Review, where she will set up appointments where seniors can bring in, and that's why it's called Brown Bag, their medications, where she can go over it with them, maybe look for potential interactions, aspects of her knowledge as a pharmacist that she can offer on that. So I think that would be a very helpful, service that we can offer every month. The other program that I did bypass was the Avoiding Inflammation in Processed Foods. This is presented by Therapy Gardens, and the Friends of Carver COA are sponsoring this program. as well, and that is Wednesday, November 19th, of course, just before Thanksgiving, so we think about what we eat. But of course, my Thanksgiving is all organic. But that is out at 12:30 also. And we get Nancy Franks back again. She has a brand-new program in perfect timing. It's about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and she has a lot of great insights on its history, a preview of the new balloons that might be featured in the program, and it's always a holiday favorite, I think, by everyone, and that is literally the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, which is November 25th at 12:30. Upcoming, which is literally, it's tomorrow. I didn't even mention that we have the balloon bus tour that's going out tomorrow. That's the Essex, Connecticut. But in December, we're having a balloon bus trip, which goes to the Norman Rockwell Museum, the Red Lion Inn for the lunch, and the Bright Lights Holiday Drive-Through Light Display. And that's on Tuesday, December 9th, from 7:45 to 8:30. It's a full day. Yes, but it should be a very good one. And it's $125 for Friends members. Otherwise, it's $158 for non-members. And I believe some seats are still available for anyone who wants to register for that. I did attach my senior center stats for more, detailed information on the stats that I read earlier. I did want to follow up just because I did not have the information to add to this, because yesterday and today I was at the Massachusetts Councils on Aging Conference, which continues into tomorrow, but I did want to mention the programs that I was able to attend that were very informative and will be useful going forward for planning programming and helping with other information. The titles of the programs that I participated in was Creating Community with Memory Cafes. There's a lot of COAs that are already offering this, and it's a very specific program that offers social opportunities, activities for individuals with dementia with their caregiver. So it's a partnered type of program, and it's very supportive, but it's also very specific to the needs, and it's very helpful to get that insight and also get the networking with the other directors and individuals at other COAs that are running these programs. So it was very helpful to know, and it also allows me to also have touch base with those individuals to find out how to run these programs, who you need to run the programs, and what's involved behind it. So that was very helpful. We had photography and video for COA events and marketing. We had a photojournalist who actually works as a staff member with MCOA, provide some professional insights for recording and getting more of a sort of like a database for programming and events that take place, as whether it's staff members or even as the director, of getting records of what you have in your, going on in your COA that you can use from a marketing standpoint and have some more professional tips on how to do it. So it's another resource, and she's also very available to kind of touch base with, so I thought that was very helpful. One that I was very interested in was an architect's perspective on designing senior centers. And came back with a lot of information about that. Very insightful with regard to the other directors that were there for their COAs. And this conference incorporates it's open to and read mostly for, I forget how many COAs there are in the state, but that's what this is, a statewide conference. So you're getting some input from COAs that are from Western Mass, from on the Cape, everywhere, North Shore. And so it's very insightful to find out what they're dealing with and what, issues that they've faced, and maybe just really helpful tips on the planning for a COA, especially for like a new one. And getting an architect in this particular presentation is just recommending highly that you get an architect that is specifically geared for the aging population. There are so many specific things, and that's something that you didn't realize about color choices, contrasting, patterns that you don't want to have, that can be all these very specific things, door handles, everything that is so detail-oriented with regard to, and it also, you realize how we don't have that in the building that we currently have, which was never built to be a COA. So how you want to, if we, can move forward with getting a new COA in the future, is that we really need to have some of these insights before any of that happens, but also what the steps are and the processes of trying to get support for a new COA down the road. And very helpful also was finding out about what's called SIG grants, which is Service Incentive Grants, through the Executive Office of Aging and Independence. There were about a half dozen directors from COAs in the area that presented the programs that they were able to provide through these grants, and they ranged from like $12,000 to like $25,000 grants that provided programming, support. For some of them were programs with regard to nutrition and meal programs. There was like a hybrid cooking class that they were able to provide, that actually the grant provided them to get kitchen equipment, and then also the technical equipment so they could do it. The hybrid aspect of it was people could access it from their home online, so they did it partially Zoom and in-house. They also had a massive kitchen in their COA, so it was like, but it was interesting that but this grant allowed them to get the technical equipment they did, the kitchen equipment, and it was something that they can now carry forward with as an investment for something to offer in the future. Another COA from a nutrition standpoint was able to expand their offering in what they provided for their congregate meals. They built raised garden beds in an area on their property, and then they were growing their own fresh vegetables and that type of thing. So it was very interesting to find out how they used the funds they did and how varied some of the programs were that they were able to do. So SIG grants come available. So for me, this is very beneficial to know how to go about applying for them, when they're available, and how we can use them for our COA and apply for them, and they're offered every year. So that's a nice aspect and an expansion for our budgets and so forth. So I will definitely look into more of that. And one thing I didn't mention, speaking of grants, is because in October, the deadline for submitting to the Carver Cultural Council, or all cultural councils for that matter, I was able to submit 5 grants and support one that was for a performer who wrote his own grant application that he wants to offer at the COA, so I write a letter of support to that. So hopefully by January, when they make their decision for the distribution of funds, I will find out what is supported for that, so the potential for 6 additional programs throughout next year.
Great.
So that's for 2026.
And you'll know in January?
In January, yes.
Thank
I
you.
think, any questions?
Any questions?
Sounds great.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I forgot to,
I just have a couple,
oh, yeah, I forgot the last thing.
if you don't mind.
When I was at the conference, I was giving my certification for director. I got
That's huge.
suitable for framing.
Well-deserved, Connie,
Well,
because
it
you
was-
do so
it's
much.
a process, but I said I had help
Good for
with
you.
support, because some of the process to get there was not singularly. It was to really work with the community members, board members, active seniors in the community, the first responders. We had, chief of police, EMS chief, our health agent, our, at the time, board chair at the time, and individuals that...
Fire department.
I think, we had everybody that has already been partnered with us, but had some input and insights to how we put together. So I will prepare to have, for the future meetings, the portfolio that was put together that was part of the process, so everyone can have a copy. I'll make sure
Thank
the
you.
board has a copy of that.
Thank you. But just a couple questions, but
Yes.
they're easy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They're very easy. For those watching on TV.
Yes.
Where is the Friends of Carver Council on Aging Holiday Craft Fair being held?
Oh, at the Carver COA.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. It's just, again,
No,
for the
that's a
people-
good, that's good.
'Cause
I know. We want to make that clear.
Yes, and then, is the Norman Rockwell Museum the one in Vermont?
No, this is Stockbridge.
That's
Yes,
the other one.
right in the Berkshires there.
Yes.
You guys going?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the day
Yeah.
off.
Long day.
it is a long day.
But you're on
Yeah,
the
but
bus.
you can nap on the bus.
Everybody be napping when they get back.
That's
Probably.
Rouse them around with the
A
flashlight.
lot of times we show movies,
one is
probably show a holiday
on
movie
TV.
on the bus as well, so it makes it, it's a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it
It's a
looks
good
like it might be
time.
fun.
Yeah, Tom and I are going.
Yeah.
And that Red
one.
Lion Inn is just that classic, it's actually right near the museum there,
Yeah.
and that iconic, of course, Norman Rockwell actually
Oh.
had painting of that street, and
Oh,
it's just,
yeah.
for the holidays, I can only imagine, it's just so beautiful. And in the
beautiful.
Berkshires, it's just
Yeah.
beautiful. So I think that should be a lovely time.
It will be, most definitely. All right, next on the agenda, no
Thank
other
you,
questions, thank you. That was great. Is approval of the minutes, and the June 26 minutes were done, so whether they got lost in the email, I don't know. So we'll defer that till next meeting. I will send those to you tonight.
Okay.
To make sure you have them. And so, can we have a vote to approve the September 25th Board of Directors meetings? Does somebody want?
Motion to accept the minutes?
Mm-hmm. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
They're okay?
Yeah, that's good.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, perfect. I don't think we need to make a motion to defer the June 26 meetings, minutes, but just so it's on the record, why don't we do it anyway? Will somebody make a motion to defer the June 26 meetings?
I motion to
Meeting.
defer the June 26 meeting minutes
Correct.
to next
Is
month.
there a second?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Beautiful. Let's see, and I think,
Do we want to
is there
just,
comments? That wasn't on the agenda, but we're going to do it anyway, because we always do.
oh, with the board members, yeah.
Yeah, the board member comments. Elaine, why don't we start with you, the new continuing
I've been
on as
doing.
vice chair. Do you have comments, my friend?
Not really. I'm glad the way the board was reorganized. I'm glad we finally got to do it.
Yes,
And,
yes.
So, I think it's good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Mary, you want to go second?
Yeah,
Because you looked like you wanted to talk.
about next month, we should change the meeting to the 20th because the last Thursday is the 25th.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we'll go to schedule. Thank you. Anything else, Mary, while you're,
No, that's it.
that's it?
It's on
Marie?
my brain.
No, everything, I appreciate all the programming at the Senior Center. I'm enjoying some of the classes,
No.
the chair yoga, the meditation.
It's good.
It is, it's
Yeah.
excellent,
Yeah, we've
yeah.
been doing that.
So,
God, I wish I was retired.
yeah, retirement is a wonderful thing.
All the food and everything that goes on.
There's
Dave-
always something going on.
I know. Connie does a phenomenal job
And
with
give credit to our,
organization.
activities coordinating,
Yeah.
Alice.
Alice
Alice
Oh
is
my,
able
yeah,
to-
but
is
you're
doing
still.
And that's been a
job.
huge help because it's allowed us to expand, to
Definitely.
cover more territory and it's just been a real big help.
It's really running
And I
smoothly.
sit with those ladies and they're so happy.
Oh, good. That's always good to hear.
They
Yeah.
love doing those things. Harry Houdini, I don't.
Oh, you got to see, yeah.
Is it Ryan? Was that?
Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
Jack Ryan. That was a big hit.
Oh, good, oh, good. I missed that, and I wanted to
I
be
missed
there.
it,
I think
That was
you would've
yesterday.
liked it
Yeah.
a lot.
I
I
know.
loved it.
I've seen him perform as a magician, but that topic sounded very interesting.
It was very interesting. I did not know all that stuff about.
And I know, didn't he die on Halloween?
Yes,
I
Ian was
did.
born.
And born and died, that's what I
Born
thought.
and
And
died.
that,
Yes.
Yeah, so
And
that's
very-
why it was a good
and did his,
Halloween.
I thought his wife would have the seance on Halloween.
Yeah.
Because he promised that if there was an afterlife, he would come back
Yeah.
and tell her, like, there was something that he told her specifically, but I don't.
And she
I know.
kept going until right before she passed away. She
But it
went
was, so
every
that was
year
the timing of having it this month was, around
Very
that, for that
good.
reason too.
Yeah.
Well, Kathy, since that was one of your comments, do you want to finish up with any other comments you might have?
I think it's a great place to go.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot for people like me who are alone, and I can't get around so well. But
Join the club. Yeah.
so it's nice to have some place to go and meet my friends.
Yeah.
And I've become friendly with a lot of
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Like, I drive them, even though I'm handicapped myself, I drive them to their appointments, and I get to talk to them in
Yeah.
the car. And we find out all kinds of things about each other, so.
And it's good that you bring that up with people watching on Area 58, because I personally know a few seniors that are lonely. It's lonely for many reasons, so it's good to know that you're giving feedback to the community, that you're not lonely when you go to the COA, and I'm sure you make friends through going to the COA. So that,
And we laugh a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, that we
Yeah.
did, yeah.
I think laughter is the best medicine.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
it's
It's
really
my
good.
mantra. Damon, do you have any comments?
Yeah, I just, I really enjoy what I'm doing with the COA, with doing the Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
And I get to see all my friends.
Yeah.
Every time I come in there,
Can't wait.
I get to crack all the jokes with everybody, make everybody laugh, which is always fun, because
Yeah.
I like to laugh myself.
Yeah.
And it's very fulfilling. I visit with everybody. I
Yeah.
deliver the meals to.
And that's important about with
It is,
regard to
yeah.
the loneliness. Sometimes you're
Exactly.
probably the only person they see, maybe
It
that
could
very
very well
day.
be. I could tell with some of them, that some I spend a few minutes with, some even longer. Depends on how they are with me like that. And I have all my dogs on the route. I bring all dog treats. All the doggies, I have 4 doggies. Put all their names down, and they used to shy away from me. Now they're just
That's awesome.
all happy to see
You're
me.
the treat guy.
In case Bobby's watching, especially Charlie. Charlie's the most friendliest.
Yeah, he might be on
Yeah.
watch.
I hope you know dog owners are very, very jealous when you're talking about one dog and not the other. So unless you bring the entire list, I would suggest that you avoid naming one or two, right? Well, what about my Daisy?
Well, they know. They're all barking when I get there. And all tails are wagging. And,
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
That's
so,
nice.
yeah, so I have a good time just visiting with everybody. And,
That's
yeah, it's very,
excellent.
very nice.
That's
Very
so important,
fulfilling.
I think,
really
too.
enjoy it.
Yeah, that's thank you for doing
Yes,
that.
well, we
Yeah.
appreciate you delivering the
I
meals.
love doing it. I really do. I retired and I was trying to
need
find
something
something
to
to do,
do.
and I just lucked out that I got in to do this. And
That's
I
wonderful.
really look forward to it.
And as we dovetail into my comments, I just want to thank Damon and Marie for stepping up to the plate here on the Council on Aging Board, because it's so nice to have a board that is a lot of camaraderie and stepping up to the plate in this town. A lot of people don't do it. It's very hard. If you look at all of the committees, and every committee needs so many volunteers, and
So
we're
many
just
openings.
So I really thank you for joining the committee, and you too, Kathy. You haven't been on that long either. So
I haven't been in Carver that long.
well, I know.
I've only
Well,
been here,
shame
what,
on
3
me for
years?
saying hurry up already. Oh my God! And thank you to Elaine and Mary for
Picking it up.
Well, again, Mary came on the board because I begged her, and so when she said, Helen, will you consider, I'm like, oh, God, the friendship guild.
She did that to me, too.
Oh, yeah, but it works. You know what? You're going to end up happy that you
Yeah,
did it.
yeah.
So, are there any business topics that were unanticipated that we need to talk about, except for the next meeting date we're going to reschedule or schedule off of our regular, consistent
Oh, right. It's
Thursday
usually-
because of the
yeah, it's usually
holiday?
the fourth Thursday, and that is going to be,
Correct.
yeah.
So, let me look at the calendar. In November, this is where this time of year gets difficult because of the holidays, but November 27th is the last
That's Thanksgiving.
Thursday. Well, exactly. It's late this year. That means all of a sudden we're going to be shopping, going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So do you want to have a November meeting on the 13th or the 20th?
My recommendation would be have it on the 20th
20th.
and then skip December, if we
Yeah.
could.
I like that idea. I like your thinking. Okay, so November 20th.
Well, I was going to say I'm not going to be here in December, so.
Okay, good. And this is what happens during the holidays. Do you
Well,
agree
sure.
with
Oh,
the
Yeah, absolutely.
November 20th?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, it's tough with the holiday. You get
It
the,
is.
you know,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and Christmas right back to back.
Exactly. And it's no fun when Thanksgiving's so late.
We're going to miss 2 bingo days. And
Is bingo
We'll
on Thursday?
sacrifice.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
okay.
if you want to consider another
We'll have
date, as
a-
pending
we'll have a-
Connie can be there,
No,
we
no,
don't
no,
have
no,
to
no,
do it
no,
on
no.
Thursdays.
We'll have,
Thursday's
we'll
fine.
have
Okay.
a counselor to deal with that if needed.
Separate bingo.
We save money. We save
Oh, my
money on
God.
Thursday.
We go on Mondays too, so we will have our fix on Mondays.
Oh,
All right, good. All right, so can I have a motion to change the meeting to Thursday, November 20th at 6 PM?
I motion to
Okay,
change the meeting to November 20th
and to
at
skip
6 PM.
December.
And to skip December.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so
Aye.
now that we're going to skip December, we're going to have to make another motion for our next January meeting. Or we could do that in November.
We can do that
We'll
in
do that in November,
November,
okay? For topics next month, does anybody have any interest in doing something a little special for Christmas? Or is it too late to do anything for the holiday for seniors? I always think of Christmas caroling at the nursing home, or something on that idea.
Can I?
You don't
Yeah,
need a voice.
I was wondering, I know there's new owners of the Edaville development there, the Edaville Railroad. Would they consider doing something maybe for the seniors there one day? Possibly, I mean, I could go down there and check with Alice maybe, if there was
Oh,
something
maybe,
that they, maybe I could talk to
It's just the train
Alice.
they're doing at night, right? Is that?
And
I
they're gonna
think-
have the Christmas markets and.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Marie,
and I
that
think
would be-
they'll have carolers and things like that,
Marie,
but
that would be great if you could look into that.
I'll look into that.
That'd be great.
Just to see, that might, I can't guarantee, you know, I'm not sure what they could do, but even if there was a group rate of tickets that we could invite the seniors to come on a certain date.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Since it's right in our backyard, you know.
Absolutely.
And it is so Christmas, I mean,
And I don't know how busy they're going to be this year with that big change. I mean, this is a
It's a big
big
change,
change.
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
You know, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, people think Edaville is gone.
right.
Well, that,
Right.
exactly.
But they, yeah.
Are there any topics that you would like to talk about in November? We could talk about like a preliminary on what our thoughts are for the first quarter of next year, what activities or what we would like to do that's special. I know you like to do that tea.
Yeah, but that got complicated,
It what?
And also, it gets a little expensive, too.
expensive and complicated. But I can try to think of something that's not,
Well, consider,
Yes.
This is just my feedback and just in general. I don't think that there needs to necessarily be a special event at the COA for the board to I think board advocacy is super helpful. I know Alice has been coordinating, and I know members have been helping with that, of the outreach out to the senior communities. So I'd like to see more of that, because it's been so far she has done Waterview Village and Cranberry Village. We still have South Meadow Village, Meadowwoods, and also the senior housing. So she's trying to do that, and maybe do an event that is another outreach activity that would reach out to seniors that are just in the general community. But being that sort of, that meet and greet, but senior specific with we know the senior housing, we know where they live, as I say, and I feel every time now with the 2 times that they've done it, and I know Kathy, I know you've done that whoever has attended it, it always seems like they're really are surprised about some of the information that they just didn't know about, or maybe they didn't even understand some aspects of it, so they were able to ask questions. Heidi was present for outreach. Outreach is one of those categories from an educational standpoint that most people need to understand what it is. And so I think that's where we get more people to come to the COA more than like special events at the COA. I'd like to see more outreach in the board, and especially now that there's new members, I think it's super helpful to have visibility in different opportunities, so then people know who to reach out if they have an issue or something they want to address.
We'll definitely put that on the agenda for next month, because I think definitely if we focus on how we can be advocating in the area. I would love to do, and again, we'll talk about it in detail next month, but I thought what was very successful was when we had that cider, I forget how we named it, the cider in on the town hall.
That was really nice, actually.
That worked out.
And if it wasn't really COVID, I think we would have had a lot more.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
We had cider and donuts.
We did, and sure,
I wasn't on the board.
You weren't on the board yet, but we had cider and donuts.
In the gazebo.
In the gazebo. And it was just really nice, and we had raffles.
You did have raffles,
yeah. Because the Friends of the Council on Aging helped us, so I would love, that would be really good.
I love that idea, and what was nice, like I said, unfortunately, we were breaking, the reason it was outside even was because of COVID.
Right.
But I mean, consider the fact that senior housing is right there.
Yeah.
And that was just, it was festive looking.
Yeah.
It was really nice, actually. So something like that would be a nice thing, maybe doing a spring version of that or
Correct.
something.
Exactly.
That would be nice.
So get your minds working on different things that we could do to advocate the Council on Aging. How, we had a meet and greet at the Carver Council on Aging where the whole board went just to...
And you sponsored, you did, remember the Cocoa Bar, I think?
Exactly.
That was nice. Yeah.
So,
We could do something like that again.
exactly.
That
That's
was
what
nice.
I'm
That would
saying.
be
Yeah.
appropriate for
And-
the winter.
Right. So
I
that's why I'm
was
saying, get your
just
minds thinking.
Wondering for now, because Thanksgiving luncheon's coming up, and the raffle table is coming up, and I know I'm donating personally 2 raffles to go up at the thing, and at the cake sale, and I was going to do 3, but Alice asked me to put one of them up on the table
For Thanksgiving?
for Thanksgiving.
Oh, good, okay.
Would it be appropriate for the board to maybe chip in or use something to sponsor something on the table for Thanksgiving?
That would be great, actually. Yeah, it's nice to have that.
I have no problem
I
with
got no
that.
problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll buy it and do it up.
yeah, and just divide it.
That'd be nice to say, and to acknowledge that it's from the board specifically.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah,
COA
Mary,
board.
just do it,
Okay.
and then as long as everybody's in agreement, I mean, what will be the maximum? I mean, you don't want to go too crazy.
It should probably actually be in the ballpark of like $25, because we try to have gift
Yeah.
cards in that range,
that
so
range.
everything's
Oh,
about the
so
same.
yeah.
So it's, but it could be fun. Mary puts, well, and actually Marie, I've seen their their gift baskets, they're really good.
She's been my friend since 1984.
So,
My son is going to give me
You
products
guys,
from
whatever
Trader
you-
Joe's
Yeah.
too,
Oh.
to make a Trader Joe's gift basket with snacks. And
you were talking about that.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I'll do
Wonderful.
two.
Yes.
Maybe I can get some more stuff.
All right.
I'll donate and win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
Then I'll
win.
split with
at the-
everybody.
I did
bring it to the
win
meeting.
a couple times.
Yeah.
You know, but
I
okay.
realized midway through the meeting that I can actually see Connie when I put my glasses on. I was like, why are you so blurry? Can I have a motion to adjourn from this wonderful meeting?
Motion to adjourn?
And I second.
Excellent. So we adjourned at 6:46 PM. Miss Secretary. All right, and thank you to all.
Thank
See
you.
thank you.
See you in November.
There we go.